into it.
It's amazing, Susie. It's uh,
That's one of your most popular lines right there. And it's
you
such
got
a
this.
it's such a tiny little thing, but it's perfect. So you got this.
But it just it speaks volumes to who his character is, you know.
Yeah, he's got to psych himself up.
Yeah.
Now I definitely have a question for you coming up when we get to our buddy Elliot.
Okay. When I saw that was the first rendered cutscene that I saw way before this game was complete. And when I saw, my question was like, I was hoping this game was going to be gritty and gory, and then they're like, okay, here, watch this.
Yeah,
I was
immediately.
like, oh
you get
my
your
god.
question answered immediately.
I was like, this is what we're going to be expecting. Oh my god.
How did you guys film this? Were you actually pulling on? Because that was Ruben, right? Or
This scene was pre-rendered, and we matched our faces to this. So I think they shot some of this possibly in Japan.
oh, okay. Huh.
So I got to see this scene and act in it with no rendering on Leon's face. So this was one of the very few scenes that I did not mocap, but I did mocap my face and all of the voice at the same time. So I had to react to what I was seeing, and they spliced it onto the body.
That's super interesting. So that
Every time,
that was probably just like it was done in Japan, you're saying, and then
possibly, yes.
Gotcha.
Every time I see that scene, it makes me want sausages. Who else wants some? So we popped right at there. See, my friend Zach, he does that as well. The second that cop pops through, he runs right by him. They taught me how to hug the right here. Like, see, these are things only speedrunners would really know, or just people who play the game a lot, which was not me at the time, but. So Sonny Bauer asks, oh, I'm going to answer your question, Sonny, in a second, but this scene is amazing. Okay, so Chris Watson here, who plays Marvin, he's just very, like, he added such gravitas to Marvin. It was very fun to act with this guy. The whole cast was phenomenal.
Yeah.
I just love scenes because there was such weight in the scene itself, and that was brought by him because of his situation that he was put in. You know, he's dying, but he has a responsibility. This scene is just one of my favorites.
I think what makes this scene so great is that it's played completely differently if you go in with Claire. You know, he
treats us differently.
Yeah, it's awesome.
He's a bit harsher with me, and with Claire, he's more of a bit of a father figure.
Yeah. And there's just a lot that you could glean from the character too, because it's like, of course he would be nicer to Claire, because like his colleague is her brother, and it's like, of course.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not just gonna leave you here. I'm giving you an order, rookie. You save yourself first.
He's just such a strong actor, Chris.
Yeah.
And now I'm very excited. I'm so happy that he's in 3. I haven't played yet, and I told you why. It's just because I have to play it with my little brother as a tradition, and he's on the East Coast, and so no spoilers for 3, anybody in the comments.
Yeah.
But I'm so happy that he's in there. I can't wait to see the extension of his story.
Oh, I think you'll like it. It's one of my favorite scenes in that game, for sure.
I think it's gonna be mine too.
Yeah. It's great.
See, now Leon has a mission and a knife.
That's right. And if I had my way, I would beat this whole game with that knife. But we're gonna take it a little slow.
I was looking at a lot of these shots right here, that close up, that whole scene, as I studied for my cosplay. There were a lot of great shots there, and just for like the accuracy of his pieces and all of his accessories.
Yeah.
I think Leon's outfit in this game is so freaking badass.
Yeah, totally. It's just like you really see the difference when you switch to the classic one, because it's like a photorealistic classic
Yes.
costume, and it looks ridiculous, like compared to this one.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like each stage of this outfit, like the clean one that you got right here, like the more dirtier one as you go, and then the completely just
Oh,
he's
the ripped
been
up.
through every
Oh, that is the hottest thing in the world.
Yeah.
I just died when I played through it the
Yeah.
first time.
yeah. But yeah, I just love walking through the halls of the RPD. Hey Vampy Dizzy, thank you for the sub. Appreciate you.
And this, I saw this one early on too, and they're like, yeah, this is what the game's gonna feel like. Oh,
Just sets the tone immediately.
oh, yeah. So good.
Gross.
I would be honored to be face slashed by that liquor. Honored.
And then dropped on like that.
Straight up did a pencil dive. Right?
Yeah, just a pencil. One of my favorite environmental details is in this hallway, and it's like, so like obviously in the original you come through here the first time and there's a liquor here, but there's no liquor here, but the remnants
That's right, it kind
of her liquor.
the remnants of, that is such like...
This claw mark too. It's like, oh
that is
shit.
such detailing from Capcom.
Yeah.
And like retroactive thinking and forward thinking for 3. Like I love when developers do that. They put such time into this.
Yeah, you can really tell that both teams that worked on 2 and 3 were
worked together.
They were working together for sure.
It's so awesome. Now, here's a question I have. When I was playing this game, and I have wondered over the past couple months, those zombies that are kind of like thrown onto those pipes up there. At first, I'm like, probably X did that at another time. Now I'm wondering if that was Nemesis. If he took those guys and just grabbed them and like just speared them onto those pipes. Nobody has to answer. I'm not going to read the chat about that because I haven't played. But that's my theory. Look at those headshots.
I think.
Look at the.
I think you might be satisfied with the answer, but we'll see.
Oh my goodness! I just got my answer. Oh man.
But yeah, let me grab I'll grab all the upgrades and stuff.
I just feel giddy just watching this and talking about it.
Yeah, this is a total treat. Like when you reached out to me about like collabing in some way, I was just like immediately just commentary stream. Like that's exactly what I want to do.
This is the first time I'm doing this. Like, and some people here might have seen some of my playthroughs. It's not the best way to see me talk about the game because I get so lost in playing it. So I'm not really 100% present with the chat, but here I can be because I don't have to do a damn thing other than cheer you on. Tonight I'm your cheerleader.
And I appreciate it. Thank you, Leon.
You got this.
Thank you. Oh my god.
So,
I'm such a nerd. I'm just like, oh god.
Trust me, we both.
Yeah.
Let me address your question, Sonny, because this is something I haven't really talked about in any of my interviews. So, Sonny asks, were there any other alternate scenes planned? So we actually filmed. I don't think I can get into a ton of detail. I don't really have clearance for it, but we actually filmed a lot of stuff early on in production, around 2016. And
God.
that was
Wrong game. sorry. That
What's
was
that?
super embarrassing. No, it's fine. Don't worry.
Oh, you scared me for a sec. So early on in production, the game was still being developed, the script was still being developed, and there were probably about 5 to 8 scenes that we started filming back in 2016. Oh, the music. Oh, anyways, that we started filming, and it was a whole different story. Same RPD, same skeleton, but my intro to Marvin was different. His story was different. My meeting with Claire was different. We were riffing off a lot of lines and everything. How we found Sherry together was different. Then we went on like an 8-month hiatus, and we kind of sort of scrapped everything. The script was rewritten in that time, and then we moved forward, and that's kind of how we did it. So the game almost went in a very different direction, and some of those scenes were really cool. Um, one of the things I can tell you is when I met Claire, she tells me that she's walking around the RPD and there's so many dead people here, so many dead cops, and I got to spin in a joke there. It put in like a little bit of Nick's personality, and I said, "How about if I respond like this?" And like, at this rate, I'll be captain by the end of my shift. Get it? Because it was my first day. Everyone's dead by default. Yeah, you get it. Yeah, bad joke. But I'm just saying that there were some really fun scenes that we were working on, but what we ended up with, so happy with.
For sure.
Well, what's funny is like the script was amazing. Brent Friedman wrote the script, and our director was awesome. And what was cool about this project was we were allowed to have it remain collaborative, and they didn't want to force anything with the characters. Like we had the good script going on, we had a good story, the scenarios were realistic, and once in a while, if there was something that we wanted to change up, like a phrase, the way we said it, if we had any ideas, Capcom was open to listening to it and trying it out and seeing how it felt. So that's the coolest thing in the world, because as an actor, you want to bring your own personality into the role,
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, that's great to hear that Capcom is open to line changes, because I know how protective developers can get about that stuff.
Oh, they were great.
Yeah.
So let's see. Was there any rehearsals before motion capture? Yes. We had many rehearsals to work out the beats, to feel them out, see how the scenes felt. So yeah, plenty of that. And let's see, who came up with "Chew on That, you overgrown son of a bitch"? I believe that was written as just a line, and I just said it. We probably recorded some different versions of it. "Chew on that, you piece of shit." I don't know. I forget. It was probably like 3 years ago at this point.
Yeah, that's something I always forget about, was that this game was announced pretty long ago at this point, in 2015, and we got it last year, so a lot of this stuff was like, laid out, like the groundwork was laid out years ago at this point.
Yes. This was in development for a very long time.
Yeah.
Yes, I actually I did meet TJ Bertolo. He's a fantastic actor. He's very physical, very intense. And I got to act with him one day during the cutscene before Leon fights G3. So we filmed that scene up at the platform where he kind of he comes back alive, and then that puts us down, so we fight.
Yeah.
That's the one scene I had with TJ, and he was extremely intense.
Oh, so he actually motion captured the monster versions.
He mocap. Yes, he did. He did Birkin, regular Birkin, and also, all the monster Birkin.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
I think they chose him as well because he just brings that animal up.
Yeah, totally. Definitely. Like his previous work on Capcom games is,
Mm-hmm.
legendary.
Yeah, played Frank West.
Yeah, the legend.
He's great. He's an awesome dude. I haven't seen him in a long time, but I frequently talk with the rest of the cast and meet up with them whenever I can.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I've always liked his stuff. He was in like Devil May Cry and stuff like that. Just a bunch of Capcom games.
Yes. Good actor.
Yeah.
Good stuntman too. He's a stunt coordinator as well.
One thing I love about this game, and it's like, I'm pretty sure they're gonna keep doing this like going forward, is that the map is so helpful. Like it tells you exactly where like certain items are. It's like, oh my god, thank you so much.
So I gotta say, I'm playing through Code Veronica right now, and going back after playing these new games, it is a challenge in a different kind of a way.
Yeah.
Going from these controls back to the tank, I was a pro at the tank, and it's a challenging game, and the map system is pretty poor compared to this, and you feel it. Like, that's when you go back and appreciate map systems like this.
Yeah, Totally.
It's very confusing in Code Veronica. I don't know if people remember.
That game has a lot of backtracking too, so it's...
Yes.
When you get to some of the later areas, like when you're playing as Chris, it's like, okay, what? Like, which room am I in? Like, what? Let me open the map. And it's like, oh wait, like, that doesn't...
The map's not even, like, labeled.
Yeah,
how you get there, the ladders don't line up, like, they're not, like, vertically placed on top of each other. It's so strange.
Yeah. It's it's pretty rough, TBH, but, you know, without those games, we wouldn't have these games.
Exactly. No, you gotta respect the old ones, too. And I started on the old ones. I mean, they were my favorites.
Yeah, for sure.
1, 2, and 3, I played it incessantly. Like, loved them.
And it's so weird that we have, like, a remake trilogy now.
Yeah.
Weird in a very awesome way.
Yeah, there's a lot of, originally, we filmed the cutscene for this scene right here. So originally Leon went outside with the flashlight and the gun, and he saw the helicopter kind of spin out of control and hit the wall. And then, you know, I see Claire from that point, and then they must have just chopped it, threw that off camera, and you just hear it. So it's very interesting.
Wow.
Yeah, we did that scene a bunch of times. Yep, so I did that. Stephanie did her version as well for when Leon's down in the courtyard.
I wonder why that was changed. That's very interesting.
Yeah, as we play through, there's going to be all kinds of tidbits like that.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm sure you get this, but one of the things that I absolutely love about these like these remake reimagines is that we have like $1 million photo scanned versions of these characters now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, they are real people. It's so bizarre to me. Like, the same with like Dante and Lady and like Devil May Cry. Like, it's something that I'm still like trying to like wrap my head around, because like I'm so used to seeing these characters in like PS2 vision, you know?
Yes, exactly. A little tidbit about this scene too. So obviously we filmed this 2 different ways. One with Leon and their story, and the attitude behind it.
Filha da puta!
The director said, he's like, hey, you ever kind of have
Desgraçado.
a little crush on a
No modo
person,
inferno,
and
porra,
you
in your
see them,
face,
and you're just, like,
motherfucking
walking
bitch.
away.
Esse modo inferno ele é muito bullshit, mano. A dificuldade perfeita pra esse jogo é o pesadelo, é o Nightmare. Que não é tão filha da puta e ao mesmo tempo não é tão pra bebezinho que nem a dificuldade normal. Mas esse modo inferno é muito. Mano, o jogo te faz de palhaço, tá ligado? Caralho. Não é que é difícil, é que é frustrante, mano. O último Nemesis eu tô até vendo, quando ele começa a tocar tocar bongô, tá ligado? Pum, 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 você tem que só acertar o ritmo, vira um jogo de dança. Tomar no cu. Toma essa, Nemesis. Toma essa, Menezes. Pô, os caras mandar 4 zumbi. Fora que é os Pales ainda, né? Que é aquele zumbi branco que é o mais difícil de matar. E ainda põe o Nemesis com one hit kill, né? O da mordida, não o das patadas.
We could both climb over this right now, but
That's what I said. But you know, they make the decisions for a reason, and they come out with masterpieces.
yeah, exactly. And I mean, it's not exactly out of character for Resident Evil to have things like that, where it's just like, okay, why are you not jumping across this 5-foot gap? Just jump across it. Like, I think this hallway.
Those headshots. What a cowgirl you are.
Oh, thank you.
A lot of people. So you know what, Sonny? A lot of people ask about that line 808. And the thing is, that I really don't like to say. I believe those lines belong to the voice actors who said them. They purposely, for whatever reason, didn't write that into the script. We didn't feel like we had to add it. And to me, that line belongs to Paul the Dad. And out of respect, I'd rather not say the line.
Sure. You've got lots of iconic lines yourself in this game, so.
It's a funny one. There's a lot of vulgar language in these games, and I heard, ooh, he's a fast one. He's a hungry boy.
That was intense.
He did 2 lunges in a row. That normally doesn't. Because it's only 5 feet high.
Yeah. Like, I'm so used to seeing these.
Pera aí, motherfucker, já volto que eu tô trabalhando também, tô no home office aqui. Oi, Túlio? Desculpa a demora. Informo que a ligação é gravada. Por motivo de segurança, é gerado um número de protocolo. O senhor deseja anotar o protocolo dessa ligação? Só um momento. Eu vou informar ele só para constar na gravação que você não precisa anotar, tá bom? 2020, 017, 137, 39. Eu vou precisar também confirmar alguns dados pessoais do senhor. Qual que é a sua data de nascimento? E o nome completo da sua mãe? Só um momento. Perdão, eu tinha pedido perguntado o nome completo da sua mãe. Perfeito. Qual que é o modelo do seu cartão aí? Isso. Ah, da estação prática. Perfeito. Essa cobrança que o senhor mencionou, ela está com o nome de juros remuneratórios, é isso mesmo? Sim. Nossa. 30 do 4. Ah, perfeito. Só confirmar aqui. Então, eu vou ter que abrir uma análise do setor, porque o que acontece? Eu vi que o senhor pagou a fatura do mês anterior, o valor integral, mas foi pago alguns dias depois do vencimento, né? Ele venceu no dia 10. Sim. Mas ela falou assim pro senhor que não tinha problema nenhum, não ia gerar nenhum tipo de cobrança por atraso, nada do tipo? Ou ela... Então, geralmente, é isso que eu informo para os clientes mesmo. O cliente entra em contato informando que, por exemplo, eu não vou pagar dentro da data, vou pagar 10 dias após a data. E aí a preocupação do cliente seria, será que vai bloquear o meu cartão, né? Eu vou perder o cartão, esse tipo de coisa. Aí eu informo passou a informação para o senhor de que não haveria cobrança de juros de atraso, multa de atraso, esse tipo de coisa. Né? Porque isso realmente vai haver. Passando um dia que seja da data, por exemplo, o vencimento é dia 10, pagou no dia 11, ele já cobra uma multa num dia, e aí cada dia que tiver a mais, tem um percentual também, né? Que é o 0,1% do valor da fatura. Agora, eu não sei dizer para o senhor se essa conta que foi feita, né, dos juros remuneratórios, R$ 180,20, ele é condizente a 14 dias, né? Porque pelo que eu entendi foi só essa diferença, foi 14 dias de diferença, né? O senhor tinha, era dia 10, o senhor pagou dia 24, né? Então, eu acho que esse valor está muito. Não, já até verifiquei aqui o que aconteceu. Foi no dia 22, na verdade, que foi pago, né? Foi quinta-feira, dia 22 do 4. Porém, como o senhor disse, tem a compensação, que demora um pouquinho, e aí só foi compensado dia 24. Mas ele entende que o senhor pagou dia 22, né? Ele não vai cobrar nenhum juros de dia 23 e 24, porque é o problema do sistema que demora para compensar. Então não seria justo ter essa cobrança do cliente. Né? Ele está cobrando a partir do dia 22. Então ele totaliza 12 dias de atraso. Foi do dia 10, né, que venceu dia 10 do 4, e só pagou dia 22 do 4. São 12 dias. Aí eu estou achando que esse valor de cobrança está muito alto. Ele haveria mesmo uma cobrança pelo atraso de 12 dias, só que essa cobrança de R$ 180,20, eu não sei se esse cálculo aqui pode ter tido algum problema mesmo. A gente vai ter que abrir um chamado para a área responsável para eles poderem esclarecer, né? Fazer o detalhamento mesmo e esclarecer. Essa daí não tem jeito. Passa um dia que seja, ele vai cobrar essa multa, que era 1%, né? Por isso que deu R$ 48. E aí depois cada dia que passar vai ter 0,1%, que é menor que 1%, né? 0,1% por dia. Por isso que deu aqueles R$ 24,23, né? Que é o juros de Modo, né? E até aí tudo bem, os R$ 48 e 24. Esse de R$ 180,20 eu concordo com o senhor. A gente não sabe dizer exatamente por que ele foi gerado. A gente tem que abrir um chamado para o setor mesmo especializado, né, que é a central de cobrança, de análise de juros, e eles fazem um levantamento, e aí se eles verificam durante o levantamento que está incorreto, eles já automaticamente dão esse valor como saldo positivo, né, ou seja, vai abater esse valor. Né? Tá próximo. Não, mas pode ficar tranquilo. Ainda bem que o senhor entrou em contato antes já do vencimento, porque a gente já tem um período de 5 dias aí para poder justamente fazer esse levantamento para o senhor. Tá bom? Mas pode ficar tranquilo. Eu concordo com o senhor que realmente esse valor que está sendo cobrado, o senhor não chegou a fazer nenhum procedimento de empréstimo, né, do mais grande, como o senhor me disse, né? Uhum. Não, então. Geralmente é cobrado quando o cliente utiliza mais grana e quando é valores altos, né? Mas assim, como não é o caso do senhor, pode ser que seja o erro do sistema. Eu não tenho como te dar certeza, mas imagino que seja. Então eu vou abrir um chamado para a área especialista, né? Que é a área técnica mesmo que trata desses casos, e aí eles vão dar uma resposta para o senhor num prazo aí de até 5 dias no máximo, que é quando vai vencer. Né? Então até o vencimento você já vai ter uma resposta. Eles entram em contato no número do que o senhor tem cadastrado aqui com a gente, né, o seu número de cadastro, só que também envia uma notificação para o seu e-mail de cadastro. Né? Caso você não tenha atendido ou não esteja no telefone na hora, pelo menos você vai receber uma notificação informando que tentaram contato com você e não tiveram sucesso. E de qualquer forma também você pode retornar a ligação para a gente depois de 5 dias para verificar o andamento do seu chamado. Tá certo? Então eu vou pedir para o senhor aguardar um instante também para poder abrir esse chamado aqui no sistema, tudo bem? Aguarde só um momento, por favor. E cala a boca na boca, arrombado. 37, 39. Falou com a Tenente Antônio. Algo mais podemos ajudar? Sim. Ah, mano, eu vou pôr pausa. Eu vou, não dá não. Entendi já o que tá acontecendo. Não reconhece. Pois é, tá fora do ar, viu? O aplicativo da trilha está passando por uma manutenção, está tendo muitas ligações mesmo de pessoas que utilizam essa forma de login, né, com a digital, ou até com o Face ID, né, do iPhone, reconhecimento facial. Todos esses processos de login, eles não estão funcionando mesmo atualmente. Eu mesmo sou cliente Trip também, eu tenho um aplicativo e a única forma que eu consegui de logar, isso é uma forma assim, temporária que a gente está passando para os clientes, né? Foi uma medida apenas paliativa, até eles conseguirem dar um jeito mesmo, né? Consertar o aplicativo. Mas a forma que eu consegui foi desabilitando todas as funções do celular de login, né, de segurança. Porque o aplicativo da Trip, ele detecta se você está usando esse tipo de bloqueio no celular. Quando ele vê que você não está usando nenhum tipo de bloqueio, aí ele vai pedir a senha digitada mesmo, a senha do aplicativo, né, de 6 dígitos. E aí o cliente digitando a senha do aplicativo ele consegue logar. Mas no momento que o aplicativo vê que você tem algum método de login, como digital, com voz, com Face ID, ele não pede a senha, ele pede para você logar justamente com isso, só que está dando esse erro, né, infelizmente. Mas a área técnica da Trig já vai lançar uma atualização muito em breve, vai aparecer a opção para você atualizar o aplicativo e ele vai funcionar normalmente. E até lá a gente tem ou essa forma temporária, né, essa solução temporária que eu falei, de desabilitar esses bloqueios, ou então você pode sempre ligar aqui que todas as funções que dá para fazer pelo aplicativo também dá para fazer aqui por telefone. Ver o saldo, contestar a fatura, né, segunda via de fatura, todo esse tipo de coisa. Eu também pensei que era isso, mas não é. Pode ver que se o senhor tem alguma outra operação que usa a detector digital, você vai ver que ela está funcionando normal, né? Para desbloquear a tela do celular e tudo mais. É só com o app da Trig mesmo, infelizmente. Ele não está aceitando o login dessas formas de segurança. Sim, a gente já está trabalhando para isso. Já. Foi durante esse mês mesmo, foi da metade desse mês para diante, se não me engano, começou a ver esse problema todos os clientes. Não, é bom esclarecer, concordo. E sobre a fatura, realmente, aquele valor ele parece ter sido um erro do sistema. Ele está muito. Pelo menos a gente não tem nenhuma explicação a respeito. Pelo menos a área responsável, se por algum acaso eles informar que o valor é devido, eles têm que prover uma explicação de onde que esse valor vem, né? Mas eu tenho por mim mesmo, com a minha experiência que tem de atendimento aqui, que foi um valor gerado incorreto. Aí eles vão estar ressarcendo o seu limite. Isso, eles vão, por exemplo, exatamente, eles vão fazer um reajuste, né? Você vai ver que vai verificar que a fatura do próprio aplicativo vai estar reajustada com outro valor. Você pode ficar tranquilo. Tá certo? Somente? Então, maravilha. A Trig agradece o contato e desejo ao senhor então uma ótima noite. Se o senhor ficar na ligação até o fim, vai ter uma pesquisa de satisfação no final, tudo bem? Obrigado, então. Tchau, tchau. Boa noite. Ah, saco. Que saco! Caralho, além de tá logado, eu tenho que trabalhar ainda, mano. Por isso que não dá pra fazer live à noite, mano. Fabão, e aí, man? Ei, Fabão, desculpa aí, mano, eu não tava. Tava trabalhando. I'm sorry!
Characters in like PS2 vision, you know?
Yes, exactly. A little tidbit about this scene too. So obviously, we filmed this 2 different ways. One with Leon, one with Claire's story. And the attitude behind it was the director said, he's like, hey, yeah, you ever kind of have like this little crush on a person, and you weren't expecting to see them, and maybe you're just like walking, and maybe you're at the store at the mall, and you just kind of like you bump into them accidentally, and you're kind of embarrassed, and you want to say hi, and you want to kind of flirt. He's like, you ever been in that situation? And you're like, yeah. It's like, all right, good, go, action. Tom had a very interesting way of bringing emotions out of us, and in setting the scenario.
Yeah,
He's a very creative director.
That's a very peculiar bit of direction too.
It's relatable. Like
Yeah.
everyone in this chat, who has not been in that situation?
Where it's
When you
just
bump into somebody who you kind of sort of like, and you weren't expecting it, throws you off guard.
oh hey, what's going on?
Hey, do you come here often? You know?
Yeah.
You often stand on the other side of the locked fence that you can jump over. Because it's only 5 feet high.
Yeah, we could both climb over this right now, but that's what I said.
We can both climb over this right now.
You know, they make the decisions for a reason, and they come out with masterpieces.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean,
Look at
it's
that
not
headshot.
it's not exactly out of character for Resident Evil to have things like that, where it's just like,
Right.
okay, why are
Exactly.
you not jumping across this 5-foot gap? Just jump across it. Like, I think this
with
hallway.
those headshots, what a cowgirl you are.
Oh, thank you.
Caralho, eu tô
A lot
vivo.
of people,
Ah, tá.
so you know what, Sonny, a lot of people ask about that line 808. And the thing is, that I really don't like to say, I believe those lines belong to the voice actors who said them. They purposely, for whatever reason, didn't write that into the script. We didn't feel like we had to add it. And to me, that line belongs to Paul the Dad. And out of respect, I'd rather not say the line.
Sure. Yeah. You've got lots of iconic lines yourself in this game, so.
It's a funny one. There's a lot of vulgar language in these games, and I heard, ooh, he's a fast one. He's a hungry boy.
That was intense.
He did 2 lunges in a row. That normally doesn't kill.
Yeah. I think it's because I haven't been bitten yet, so the game is just like difficult.
Exactly. See, a lot of people.
E aí, cara, eu não sei se é o Fabião que tá assistindo. E aí, beleza, mano?
Remake. You know what? I'm personally very excited. You know, oh, nice shot. Damn. I'm sorry. Where was I?
RE4 remake.
Yeah. How about that chicken wing? This is fun.
Yeah.
So where the hell was I? Oh, RE4 remake. Personally, I would love to see them remake that. I mean, just think about what this team would do with a game like that. And you know, if I ever get that phone call and they would like me to reprise the
Shit.
role, I would be 1000% honored and humbled to say. But you know, as of right now, it's all speculation, and so I'm not holding my breath. I'm not holding my breath for it. If it comes, great.
Yeah.
I just think with the RE engine, it seems like with timing, if they did do that, it would be like a PS5 thing, or like a next-gen console thing. I just think the graphics would be sick. I think they would up the story and like modernize it, just like they have with these reimagines. And so, yeah, a lot of people won't agree with me on that, but that's my personal opinion. I think it'd be really fun.
That's the thing, like, with all these games, a lot of people do have problems with them and their own issues, but, like, at the end of the day, all of the games, like, the game parts are really good, you know? Like, These games are developed as video games first, which is like something that, you know, I love and appreciate, and I'm glad that you know, Capcom is still sort of keeping that like design philosophy alive. Like, you could play RE7, RE2, RE3 with knives only. You could do whatever you want. You know, like it's super fun. And
yeah, they're very well done. They're polished games.
And it's like, you know, no matter what happens, like RE4 remake or whatever, like I'd be happy just having another one of these. You know, just like how I've been.
Yes.
Trying to stay positive and happy with what we got for RE3, you know?
Exactly, and I mean, if you think about it, like, look at the direction they've gone in from, let's say, 2017, when 7 came out, right? Yeah, 2017 to now. In 3 years, we have gotten 3 awesome RE games, and the direction they're going in with this like true survival horror, I understand that. I think RE3 is a bit more on the action-y side.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be careful with that moving forward, because like, they're paying attention to the feedback they're getting, you know.
Oh my god!
I thought this game was horrifying. I loved it. Very tense. I thought I was going to hate the gimmick of X in this game. I actually love him.
Yeah, same. It's very rewarding when you finally like figure out how he operates.
How he works, yes, exactly.
And you sort of plan your route around that. It's really fun. Sorry, lady.
Oh, beautiful. Goodbye, head. You didn't need that. The funniest thing.
The brain was rotten anyway.
So when I play with my friends, I do a lot of shooting from the hip. Like, I'll switch guns real quick and just aim up, and oftentimes they're lunging, like mid-lunge, I'll shoot their head off.
Yeah.
And they try to bite me with their exploded neck. It's kind of cute and endearing. And then they just fall. Goodbye. That was cute. Sit down. Good night.
Yeah.
No snack for you.
Yeah, you're just like, no, yeah. No soup for you. No Leon soup for you.
TG Monster, what's up? They never really specified where Leon lived, but like definitely in the suburbs, I think.
Oh, totally. Leon is a suburban warrior.
Yes, he is. Yeah. Oh, this is another good scene here with Marvin.
Very, very sad. Get your tissue boxes ready.
I got my Oreo ready. It was so easy to act with Chris.
That's our way out.
It just brought such depth to these scenes.
Marvin! It's time to go. I need to get you to a hospital right now.
No, save yourself.
Come on, I've got you. Go! Look, we can still make it out of here together. Just...
It's too late.
Ah, what a heavy scene.
I tried, Leon. But I couldn't stop.
Susie, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
What is your favorite scene in the game? I'm whispering so we can hear them.
Ada's goodbye.
Ooh.
And
When she falls?
yeah, followed
That's
by
mine too.
followed by the kendo scene.
Oh my god, those are my 2 favorites. We're on the same page. Woo!
Yeah, I absolutely love this cutscene so much. Like in the original RE2, when you first meet Marvin, he points his gun at either Claire or Leon, just like.
Yeah.
And I know like he's not in his right mind, you know, he's like half dead, but I always saw that as kind of strange. But moving it there as like your last conversation with Marvin makes it way more impactful, in my opinion.
It's just, that's what I mean when I say that I'm excited for like the direction we're going in, because the scenarios are just getting more realistic and believable. And that's one thing I remember. That was the biggest message developing the game, was saying, let's, like, I understand that we're talking about zombies here, zombie outbreak, but what would happen in real life if this was to happen? How would the scene logistically play out? And so everything had to feel grounded. I love that.
Yeah, definitely. It's one of those things where, what you were saying before, like, I feel like RE4 is very campy. I think some of those scenes could benefit from like having a more like grounded performance. Not necessarily like hyper real, but just a little more believable, I guess.
Exactly, and oh, here we go. Mr. Birkin. I learned a lot about this fight.
Words aren't gonna work on this.
Back up. You're too close. That's what they tell cops to do. He is so well designed in this game.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
The translation from PS1 character model to photorealistic monster man is perfect for all of the Birkin transformations, I think.
Oh, it's so good. And I love how they kept him like really human here, where he's like fighting with it.
Yeah, totally.
Those headshots. Damn.
You really get the, and here's the transformation. Now he's just G. No.
Yeah, getting there. Your aim is spot on.
I always forgot which D-pad is each grenade type.
Oh boy. Look at this. Sorry, I'm ignoring the stream now. I'm watching this fight. So you played this a lot different than I've been trained on. And it requires freaking good aim. You have it. Oh, he's hurting. Damn. I would not want to be in a duel with you.
Yeah, I'm just laser focused right now.
Alright, I'll be quiet.
Oh no, it's totally fine. It's fueling me, TBH.
Thank you, Soylent Hill, for explaining that.
This might kill.
It's got you.
That did not kill, but...
But that will. Oh. He is taking some damage. If you knife him, wow, you just laid that in the head. Bye-bye, Daddy.
No, guys, I am not using a mouse. I'm using a controller. Try my best. I wonder who kicks that ladder down for us.
A sexy lady in a red dress.
Oh, yeah.
Trench coat.
Right now, yeah, trench coat.
So Sebastian Pixie have asked, have I noticed any scenes that appear in the final game that were improved or had improv lines? Oh, improv lines. Yeah, I mean there were improv lines throughout every cutscene that we kind of added in, sprinkled in. If I notice any in particular, I'll spit it up to you for sure.
Oh yeah, I wanted to ask like what filming that scene was like, where he's like smashing Leon through the grating. Like, how was that shot? Because you guys fall too.
That was probably a spliced scene as well, because obviously I didn't floor to fall through. I think we probably filmed that in a couple different parts and recorded the face as if I was getting smashed. I had to imagine all of that, because when you have the face camera on, you're wearing a helmet and face camera, and if my body is being jerked around, it'll kind of screw up the camera and screw it up for animation.
Gotcha.
So we have to imagine and go through the facial expressions as we're getting slammed, so you kind of wince your face like and then they splice it with the body movements and then put the scene together. It's really fascinating how they do it.
That was really funny, because you were doing like Leon's like stock pain sounds just now.
I do those all day. I add those a lot into my cameos and stuff when I do scenes. Sometimes I start out, when I act out, I do the the big hit when
Yeah.
when X smashes him in the face.
Yeah.
I'll back up and do it so it doesn't blow out the mic.
Yeah. I have earbuds in too, so please,
Okay.
please.
I'll do it from far away. Ready?
Okay. You ready, guys?
Something like that. Is that too loud?
No, it was perfect. That was great. That was so good.
Oh, so another quick question, about this sort of thing. Let's see, from Canis Renval. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Anyways, how do you do the mocap for when Leon is grabbed by X in the basement? So actually, what they did was, let's see, what did they do? Yes, someone actually grabbed me by the throat. And they did pull me up on a harness, I believe, and so I pretended like I was dangling, and I had to pretend like I was fighting for my life, like getting choked out, and then we dropped me without the head cam, dropped me into the body, and then you do the whole reaction in the basement where, you know, he's gasping for air, like you do it separate, and they really splice it all together.
Saving your ass. That's toy.
I love the interactions between those two. It's priceless how naive he is at the beginning.
Yeah, it's so good. But it definitely pays off when you finally get the realization later on.
But he still cares.
Yeah.
No matter what she did, he still cares.
It's like, that is the main reason why I want an RE4 remake, because I want to see these versions of Leon and Ada, like, continue, you know?
Exactly.
That's all I want. And by the way, here comes our girl now.
Here she is. This was the scene I helped with casting a little bit.
Oh, cool.
When we were casting for Ada, this was one of the scenes that we chose to act out.
Mm.
And I remember the day Jolene came in, and she just had the character nailed.
Yeah,
She had
she's great.
already played Ada in Resident Damnation.
Oh yeah.
So this
right.
is actually her second appearance as Ada.
Oh, the classic music is great.
Yes, it is. So when she says FBI, that's when Leon understands, like, oh shit,
Yeah.
like, oh, that's above my pay grade, like, out of my jurisdiction. But he still wants answers, you know?
Oh, this is so good with the classic soundtrack. I'm glad we did that.
Yeah.
Where you going?
Do yourself a favor. Stop asking questions. Get the hell out of
Oh my god, she's so great. I love her so much.
And see, him being hurt, it begins right there. The
Yeah.
very first interaction where it's like, oh my god, it's a human, and she's good looking. And she just walks away. He just gets the short end of the stick.
Yeah. All these babes keep leaving him in the dust.
He deserves better. What do you think, guys?
Good
Seems
bet.
really cool as well. Yep.
Are we the last ones alive? No, you. That's good news, I guess. Of course, Irons. Irons? You mean Chief Irons? Is he still around? Who cares? Hopefully he's somebody's dinner by now. What do you mean by that?
See, this was so much more believable too.
Sure, yeah, he did.
I like how Irons was handled in this game with, because in the original his like secret torture dungeon was in the RPD, and that never
Yes.
really made any sense to me.
Right.
And I'm glad that they like moved it basically down the street, but yeah.
It made sense in 1998.
Yeah.
We're both prisoners in the station. We play nice, help each other out.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
What's coming? What? What's coming?
You're gonna have to tell us how this was made too.
If you need this, get me the fuck out of here!
I think they did this in a very similar way, where we had to splice it, and he was picked up on a harness. They grabbed that, and then they actually squished the actor's face with a vice.
And murdered him. What's that?
He signed a waiver. You know, he knew what he was getting into.
Yeah.
Who is that?
Oh,
Here she is again.
I don't even know what happened. It just happened so quick.
like, bitch.
Find a way out. Before it's too late. Talk.
So I played this game before release. Like I got a review copy, and when I first played it, I was so in love with their chemistry, like Leon and Ada's chemistry, and just how Ada acts really bitchy in the beginning. I loved that so much, and you really see like the progression as you get through the game of like her like she's sobering up a little bit more, like especially after the kendo scene. Like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be like super mean to people.
She warms up a bit.
And I was surprised that when the game finally came out, like people were like, "Oh, Ada's too mean." And it's like, no, that's perfect. Like this is perfect, guys. I thought
she was layered. She was layered. She's a complex character.
Yeah, totally. Oh my god, the music is so good. I forgot how good the music is.
My favorite like ambient kind of tone and background sound for this is down in the labs later on.
Oh
it's just creepy. Love it.
Definitely.
I met Susie at SAC Anime this past January.
Oh yeah.
And it was that was really fun. That was a really fun time. Had a blast. That was when I debuted my cosplay. Actually, that was the day I met you. That was so fun.
Yeah, that was a great convention. Just all three of you guys, Steph and Jolene. The panel was great.
Yeah, that was fun.
Unfortunately, it was a little bit short because I think there was some like scheduling issues, like things couldn't run longer. But just everything, that whole convention was incredible. It was so bizarre too, because like I guess that's not where they usually have that convention, and it was like this weird like fairground. it was mostly outdoor.
Yeah. But it was a good time had by all, and it was a decent showing for that con.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get back into the con lifestyle after this Corona shenanigans.
Oh, we can't wait. We want to get back out there so badly. We don't meet all you guys. Dead.
So excited just to go back to more conventions, and now we have like beautiful RE3 actors to hang out with.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to meet those guys in real life. Dead on arrival. Sit down, pup.
This is one of my favorite run through parts for sure. I've played this game quite a bit.
Your aim is spot on, I gotta say. It's funny, the way that I've been trained as of late is very different than this. See, you're definitely like cowboy styling it. I'm somewhere in the middle now of evading a lot, saving more ammo, and really letting the bosses have it. But I like your style a lot too. And my aim has to get a little bit better if I was gonna rock that.
Oh. I think that was the first hit I took, by the way. Uh-oh.
Dogs are sometimes dogs are sometimes what am I looking for? They're random, unpredictable.
Oh yeah, totally. I'm also like in the mindset of RE3 where like I have a dodge button, but I don't have a dodge button in this game. I'm just like, oh yeah, I can just run into a crowd and hit dodge when I feel like it.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, my zombie
His name is Raldell. His name is Raldell. I told him I'm
Should I spare Misty? Spare Misty.
I told him I'm a big suck in his dick. He's just, I want a girl.
Oh, by the way, Wolf DNC in the chat.
Which no, I just need to hear it wrong. Okay, my masculinity.
I totally
just
recommend
skip
checking out his,
just skip right there.
his streams, Nick.
Okay.
Why?
Larry?
I don't know.
He
If it's just us, it's gonna be strange.
The
You need
original
to
RE2.
put a girl around that.
Like he does like crazy.
You need to have a
crazy
girl there. If you got a
shenanigans.
girl there, I'll do it.
Really?
Like randomizer mods, where it like randomizes all the items and stuff. Super cool.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. Let's see.
For sure,
Oh my
dude.
God, Misty,
Yeah.
Misty. What's up? What up, girl?
Fuck you,
I think you
bitch.
should take all 4 of her limbs off and then spare her.
Oh my God.
My challenge to you.
But then she's gonna get blown up by the nuke later.
Look at that baiting. Ooh. Look
Yeah,
at that.
I'm gonna spare her. It's fine. She's the only Misty in the game, okay? I gotta. This is what we do on my stream, by the way. We're just like, I don't think I've ever killed Misty in this game when I've streamed it.
A lot when I first started playing, everyone wanted me to spare Marvin, and I would just let him have it. He would end up fighting me. I'm like, you know what, screw it. I'm sorry, Marvin, I love you, but thank you for the knife, but here you go.
Yeah, here's your knife back in your chest.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, what's up?
Yeah. Give it to him. Yeah, big fan of the Final Fantasy series, and FF7 original, baby. That was my game when I was a teen. That was my game. Played that for about 200. Another question. In another Hawk franchise, my heart. 2 of them. Dead Space and Silent Hill.
Oh,
Absolutely love
good
those games.
picks. Good picks.
I played all 3 Dead Spaces, and in the first 2 Silent Hills were awesome.
Uh-oh.
Here he is the legend himself.
Love that reaction. Jesus Christ. My little trick that I do with Mr. X is I chill right here for a bit. And when I see him, then I take the long way around.
So when I played, when I watched my friend Zach play, he goes balls to walls, and he doesn't even bother with this loop around. That's what I do. Good, you shot the fedora off. I was gonna ask you for that. You read my mind.
Yeah.
Anyways, what he does is the second he lifts up that helicopter, he baits a huge like haymaker from him. And he runs right by him. That was ballsy.
I am not good at that. Like I've been practicing it, and I have such a hard time getting that bait down. You know?
Yeah, I'm not there yet either. But when I saw that, I was like,
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get some lessons too. And here we have
Marvin. Oh, no.
I think you should shoot him right in the face.
sorry, Marv.
Goodbye, Marvin.
And here comes our boy. Uh-oh. We gotta book it. It's awesome that, like, Capcom hired, like, a giant Resident Evil fan to play their most iconic character. Like, I kind of think that's amazing.
I told them they do that, right? When they were considering, before they cast me, I had my, there he is. I had my callback audition, which is like the last round of auditioning before they choose, and after that day, you know, I did a good audition. I know I had a good one. And I sent the casting an email, and I said, please share this with Capcom, and please share this with the director. And then I just let them have it. I was like, I have nothing to lose by doing this. And I spilled my guts, professionally and in a concise manner, but I said, I am the hugest fan of this franchise. I respect the hell out of it. It's like a part of me as much as anything else. And I said, if you choose me for this role, I promise you I'll give you everything I got, and I will not let you down, you know, something like that. And
Yeah.
they chose me, and I died.
If I recall correctly, I think I remember hearing maybe on, like, Residents of Evil that that you missed an audition at first, and then you found out that it was Resident Evil, and you were like, oh shit, like...
No, well, what happened was, I was away. I was in New York City, actually eating New York pizza
Of course.
when I got the first audition, and I could not make the first round of casting, and they allowed me, when they knew I was a huge fan, they allowed me to come to the second round of auditioning. I did that, and then from there, I got the second callback.
Hold up. Pera aí, rapidão. Yeah. Yes, baby. Actually, I have it borrowed. Borrowed. Let me write that because I don't know how to say it. Yeah, actually, I borrow it. Let me write that because I don't know how to say it. There, I said it. It's from there. I said it. I borrowed from Bruna. She has the PS4. Actually, I have the Xbox One, but it's pretty much all the same, like the games, you know. But there's some exclusives, like God of War is only for PlayStation, and I wanted to play God of War, so I got her PS4. And for sure, I actually told my friend this. I said, for sure, man, I owe you a big suck. I need to suck that Mexican dick of his. And I actually talked to him about this. I was like, there's gotta be a girl around. You know? It was like, why? Do you wanna do something? No, she just needs to be around. She just needs to be right there, standing still in the room. You know? And he was like, but you will be sucking me, right? And I was like, yeah, but, you know, just for my masculinity, I need a girl to be present at that moment, just to make me feel like comfortable. Okay, just find a girl. Just arrange a girl that is willing to just watch a man suck other men cock, and we'll be good. I just need her presence there. I owe you a big suck. Okay, cool. But it's actually her account of PSN. That's the account you want. Let me find because I don't even know how to I don't even know what her PSN is. But just remember that you'll be adding her, not me, because I don't have it. Maybe I can make one, right? I can uh, create an account, maybe. Just for my masculinity, you know. She just have to be in there. She just have to be in there. Just standing there. Okay, this is not very gay. It's okay, baby. So let me just see. That's unfair. Nice guy, helpful. You know, I would be honored to suck that big. No, no, fine to suck his dick. He's such a nice dude, you know. I really like him. It would be a pleasure if I, you know. That's okay, honey. Let me try to figure this out real quick. See if I can do it. And yeah, so that way I will not be gay, you know. So it would be okay to suck his dick.
I don't
Yeah.
forget stuff like that.
I think I remember exactly what my comment was too, if I'm being completely honest.
Are you copying
It's very
this? Yeah, I'm
similar to
fucking
that.
copying
Yeah, where
PC,
I'm
man.
just like you
How am I
channeled
gonna
like
fucking
an all-American
This
voice
like him?
out,
Does-
like super well.
does
Like,
this?
as soon as I
Tell
heard
me.
you, like that was.
Does he?
like,
Does
Leon's.
this? No, I want you to
Oh,
fucking
thank you.
tell
That,
me.
that was a memorable one.
Does
Never forget
PC?
it.
Does
Oh, here we go. How do you do this?
this? Fuck you!
Go for it. Boy.
He doesn't swing.
Watch out now.
No
Watch
swinging.
out now.
No swinging, Matthew Strauss.
That was pretty smooth.
Thank you. I used to go around, you know, but I found that going straight through is pretty good too.
That's unfair!
This is the part right here where I did.
He locks you, he stun locks you, and then he kills you. There's nothing you can do.
Oh my god. Love it. I love that.
I like scenes where characters go game.
Yeah, and that's some intense choking. You're just like, ah.
Twice.
I didn't realize you were.
There's your line right there.
Yeah.
This isn't a game.
You realize you were keeping score.
Nothing dies down here.
Oh, that's right. Neumann in the chat said another tyrant getting rammed by a car. You'll figure out what that means soon.
Okay, I have an idea.
Yeah.
Hey!
God, I love her. She's so cool.
Hey!
Oh, you mean I can come with you now?
Yeah. Thanks, pretty lady. Then we've got, they added this in later. Letter to the shopkeeper.
Yeah.
Zerando, it seems like you've got your reasons for staying put, so I'll trust you to take care of yourself. If it works and your other arrangements don't work out, you know where to find me. I'll do
So-
everything
Jesus, man.
That's Ruben. He's the nicest guy in the world, and when he puts on his like,
And so, when I got to this point,
I'm finding myself saying in real life the exact lines that they put in here, where he's like still.
and then hearing it get very, very dark, is like shift. The delivery on that line.
Oh, you mean I can come with you now?
Yeah. Thanks, pretty lady. Then we've got, they added this in later. Letter to the shopkeeper.
Yeah.
Window, it seems like you've got your reasons for staying put, so I'll trust you to take care of yourself. Still, if things get worse and your other arrangements don't work out, you know where to find me. I'll do
So
everything I can. Jill
So cool.
Valentine. Uh-oh.
So cool. That's forward thinking, right
Hold on,
there.
hold on. Okay, here we go.
Best scene in the whole game, I think. So heartfelt. Oh my god, it kills me every time.
I I love the delivery on that line. Just kudos, by the way.
Mexican standoff right here. Such a good performance by Ken Lally, the mocap voiced.
Oh my god, this is so.
Mom? Good, I told you to stay put. You're supposed to know something. How did this happen? Huh?
Agora eu entendi, você tem que ficar apertando os botões quando ela tá surda.
Oh my god.
Hey!
Oh my god. This is so weird.
It's tough, yeah. This is tough.
Music. This is a big shift in Leon right here.
Yeah.
It's one thing to keep the truth from me, but why him?
Oh my god.
I want to find out what's happening here and stop whoever's behind it. Helping people like them? That's why I joined.
That's why I'm a cop.
Count me in. Oh my god.
That's another good one. That's another one that says volumes about, who he is
Yeah.
in the heart.
And just that, Ada's like shift after that is like.
Yeah, let me let this kid in. He's
Yeah.
cute. And then maybe I'll kiss him later. Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Thanks for hanging out with us. Hopefully, learning some cool BTS stuff.
Yeah. And I definitely wanted to ask you what it was like doing that scene. Because that is heavy.
That was Ken Lally, also mocap Wesker, his body. Anyways, fantastic actor, and it was very emotional on set, and what he brought to that character. Capcom really wanted to flesh out his character and make his scene gut-wrenching. They didn't know how to do it at first, and what they came up with is what we have, and it was just perfect. And a little tidbit, the young actress who the Cherry in this game, she also mocap the zombie girl there, Kendall's daughter.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yep, I just love it. It encompasses kind of like everything that the RE world is. Like, that's how dark and grim their reality is. And I think that's one of the first times we've seen that in a cutscene just like this, where it's like super real and like, what would a dad have to do?
Yeah.
The decision he'd have to make if his daughter was inevitably going to turn. We've never seen anything like that before that was that grounded,
Exactly. You always get like stuff hinted in the previous games, but actually like getting to see it and then hearing it get very, very dark with that
yeah.
shotgun blast. It's definitely like one of the best acted scenes in the entire series for sure. Whenever we get to this part, I always tell a story, but I'm gonna tell you now. So the Kendo in the original game was such a like goofball, like especially if you played as Claire. Like one of my memes is that I always say sorry about that, babe, because that's like what he says. And so when I got to this point in the game, I was like, I could never make that joke ever again now, because Kendo is perfect in this game. Like they knocked it out of the park.
He's great.
Yeah.
these lines are cringeworthy for me.
Oh, really?
For yeah, a little bit.
What happened? What's wrong?
Oh, it's just like the delivery where he's like still has a little bit of that like naivety. He's like, oh, that's what's going on. Huh? Oh, okay. He hasn't quite caught on yet. Starting to. Well, I was telling my friends as I played with them last time that when we record these lines, we do it so many times and in different ways, different inflections, and then Capcom will decide later, once they, as they create the game, there's a natural flow that they like to follow. So they've really upped a lot of his naivety. It's like the first like 40% of this game, where the lines are like, well, I told Marvin to bring help. It sounds very, very like tough to go. And towards the end, like I said, it provides a starker contrast of like, I talked to a bitch. You claims you're not FBI, so you're fucking lying to me.
Yeah, you're fucking lying to me.
So it probably hits harder.
Yeah, for sure. And I was gonna ask, like, these lines that you get in gameplay, like this stuff is recorded in a booth, right? Like this stuff isn't on a stage, so you don't really have like the other actors.
Right, and that's why we play with it, because we're alone, and they'll give you a line, and you might say it like 6 different ways, where it's like some are more badass, some are more quiet to yourself, some are like, to other people, and it really depends on the inflection that they choose. And my friend Sarah has told me that this is her favorite relationship in all of RE is Sarah, if you're listening, I know you love them.
They're great.
We'll see if they end up together in the future. Here we go. Don't die, Sue. Don't die. Holy shit. That's a good one. Here's a funny thing. So a lot of the vulgar language of this and all those react, they gave us a lot of freedom there. They're like, what would you say if someone's in front of your face, you're trying to corner an X is there, a big monster, like, what would you say? It's got to be natural. And we recorded hours utterances, right? And so here's the first time I actually like play this game. When I'm getting down to it, I'm about to get bit, liquors are everywhere, and X is coming in like B campaigns. I'm finding myself saying in real life the exact lines that they put in for Leona, because that's just who I am. So like if there's like a liquor, I'm like on Red Danger, and X is right there. Sometimes I'm literally like, oh holy shit, then like I'm echoing his lines in the game. It's like crazy meta, but
That's incredible.
or like I'll get punched, like I think I'm doing good, and I'll get punched by X, and like everything screws up from then, and I get beaten in the back of the neck by his hobby. I'm like, God damn it!
Back up. This is my favorite line.
People into monsters, not reptiles.
He's just such a Boy Scout in this game. I love it.
Well, that's why I think it would be interesting if they, even if they don't call me, if they do an RE4, like how they would interpret him in 4 at this point.
Yeah. I mean, they would be making a grave mistake if they did not call you.
Well, thank you. I would be honored, like I said. First scene with Karen Stratton.
She's great.
She's awesome. She's a good friend of mine. She's a fantastic actress. Very talented. I've even taken voice lessons. She's a teacher as well.
Oh, cool.
Mhm.
And she did the motion capture as well?
Yes, she did.
Oh.
Mhm. This scene was really fun to work through.
Yeah. Wounded.
I took that for you, Ada. How about a kiss? I think I need CPR. I can't really breathe. Leon, you were shot in the shoulder. Oh yeah. I still
clean mouth to mouth though. Come on. He's just like, please. He's giving it.
Damn it! What does it take? Take it out. Then come back. Shoot me again. She'll feel
Shoot me
doubly
again.
bad. I would change up the game quite a bit.
Oh, that's a
Oh,
good
come
question from the
on.
chat. Did you have to travel to Japan or was work?
He starts with that little plumbing, man.
No,
Jesus.
This was
Would you
filmed
just suck my
Los
butt?
Angeles relative.
Fucking
I
bitch.
think a lot of RE3 happened in Japan. It was a slightly different team that worked on it. So, yeah,
You know what time it is, right?
I know what time it is. Do you know what time?
It's secret weapon time.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
Some people have a problem with that one, but I love it.
it's a little on the nose, but
Yeah.
you know that's what Resident Evil is.
Yeah.
Well,
It
you
just,
gotta have those cheesy lines.
it just makes Ada really cute.
I've tried to play this game on a stream and focus on the game, and then I feel like I severely ignore the chat and even the answers that I give. Like I'm not. Oh, that was really smooth. I feel like I can't be in two places at once in my head, and so that's why it's amazing just watching you play because I don't have to think about it. I'm watching you kick ass and cowgirling all over the place, but I can also give valid answers with like some substance to these people who are tuning in because that's what I want to do as well. You know, it's important to me. Someone back, I think it was Yogi, who joins a lot of, and has been a support from day one. He said up earlier that I really pay attention to like the individual fans in the comments, and I really do, because it matters to me.
Yeah, yeah.
All the support, like all the comments, like I might not respond to every single comment that I ever get on like a post or whatever, but I do appreciate them, and I'm sure you understand that as well.
Oh,
The
definitely.
fans understand that you might not get a response every time, but we do read them, and we appreciate every single one of them.
Definitely, like without you guys in the chat, like we wouldn't.
None of this would exist.
Yeah, none of this would exist. We wouldn't be
Yeah.
having this awesome stream right now.
Right, like, you know, Susie would never channel. We wouldn't even have a remake of 2 because nobody would have cared about it, you know? So, fans are what makes this. And that's why I think RE is so special because we have a 25-year fan base going on. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
It's
And
deep.
so many different types
Multi-generational.
Yeah, so many different types of games, generations. It's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Like just yesterday, I got a piece of fan art that almost made me cry. By the way, it was from a guy's daughter, and it was just like a drawing of my avatar with a little baby Jill Valentine, and it was just like, dude, you're such a badass for introducing your daughter to the series. Like that's what happened with me, and like a lot of other fans. It's just like Resident Evil is so
Special.
strong and special. It's great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's so fun to be a part of the community. It's hard to even put that into words.
Yeah. We're glad you're here though, Nick. Oh my god. You're so cool.
Tell me, your husband's still alive? We get to kill him, so you get to be pregnant with Chief. Interesting theory.
I love this scene so much.
If you don't cooperate, I'll get samples from the nest. Over my dead body.
Oh shit. This is very Terminator 1. Anybody?
Yeah,
Anybody?
yeah, totally. Oh my god.
Sarah Connor? Anybody?
I love that so much. She's just been so like crappy to him, and then this happens, and she's like, "Where is?"
So, a lot of people see Vinnie Jones there says, "Can you say some lines?" A lot of people ask, "What my older rendition of Leon would be. And to be very honest, I haven't thought too much about that, but it's more about the attitude than me just lowering my voice and being smoky. You know, it's not necessarily about that. It's if you pay attention to his intonation in the beginning of this game versus the end, it's really about his intention and where he's coming from. And I think, you know, if I ever was to be in like a 4 remake, Leon has seen some shit at that point. Nothing's new to him. He's wiser to the world, you know. And I think he would just come with a different energy into every scene and into those interactions. And so I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, totally. Just having, it's not just the quality of the voice, but the how you handle yourself. That really just progresses.
It's the energy that you bring in, exactly.
Yeah.
And
by the way, I just wanted to point out that Leon is so nice that he folded Ada's jacket and put it over this pipe. I love
That's something that he would do.
that.
And that's layering and detailing from the developers. They consciously thought about little details like that. And that's what makes this game so damn special.
Yes. This one is S.
That's right.
Yeah. I remember. It's been a little while. I remember.
Give me those mag shells.
Yes. Gotta go back to the RPD for that.
Oh yeah.
I like the sound of that.
It's weird. That was one of the few scenes as well that was pre-animated. I didn't do this scene here. Well,
Honestly, like it definitely
no,
looks. It looks a little hand animated.
it was from that point where I grabbed the I think when I grabbed the fence there and looked down.
Yeah.
I think we did that. We picked it up, but it was pre-animated, and I don't know why they did that. It's such a simple scene.
Yeah, it's interesting. I guess certain things, it's just like time is of the essence, and they gotta, you know.
Yeah, if they can take maybe that's why they did it. It was so simple they didn't need to record that with mocap. And I can tell the way my body moves. I can tell that wasn't me.
Yeah, someone in the chat just said Leon's walk looked a little weird there.
Yeah,
And
a little off.
that totally looks hand animated, which, you know, if you could streamline the development, good. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, both are.
Well,
Honestly, like it definitely looks. It looks a little hand animated.
it was from that point where I grabbed the I think when I
Ada's jacket and put it over this pipe. I love
that's something that he would do.
that.
And that's layering and detailing from the developers. They consciously thought about little details like that. And that's what makes this game so damn special.
Yes. This one is S.
That's right.
Yeah. I remember. It's been a little while. I remember.
Give me those mag shells.
Yes. Gotta go back to the RPD for that.
Oh yeah.
The sound of that.
It's weird. That was one of the few scenes as well that was pre-animated. I didn't do this scene here. Well,
Honestly, like it definitely looks. It looks a little hand animated.
it was from that point where I grabbed the I think when I grabbed the fence there and looked down.
Yeah.
I think we did that. We picked it up, but it was pre-animated, and I don't know why they did that. It's such a simple scene.
Yeah, it's interesting. I guess certain things, it's just like time is of the essence, and they gotta, you know.
Yeah, if they can take maybe that's why they did it. It was so simple they didn't need to record that with mocap. And I can tell the way my body moves. I can tell that wasn't me.
Yeah, someone in the chat just said Leon's walk looked a little weird there.
Yeah,
And
a little off.
That totally looks hand animated, which, you know, if you could streamline the development, good. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, both RE2 and 3 have There are parts where you're like, okay, that was made in a computer. That was not motion captured.
But it's all good. I mean, it's still like those are the kind of like charming little tidbits that you notice, and like
Yeah.
it's a part of the experience.
Yeah, it gets the point across. It's all good, though. Okay, I can grab one of those heals though. Down here. But let me grab another one. We
Yeah,
should-
you don't get attacked up. You get a lot of heals going on.
What the fuck? I was
Yeah,
playing
I
through
was
the.
on that RPD on the RPD rerun when I got grabbed a bunch of times, and I think that's just because like I forgot that all those enemies were there.
Took a few chunks out of your neck.
Yeah.
Yeah, getting old gaming. I'm gonna be hitting your cameo tomorrow. Thank you for doing that, by the way.
Oh, cool.
Give a nice shout out to you.
Oh my god.
Gonna be
Por que que
good
não
fight.
vai?
I'm very rusty. With these puzzles, at the very least.
Não entendo.
Oh, there we go. Jesus
Alright,
Christ.
give it to him. Give him a nice bitch slap. I did that too. I lit his hand on fire. Just a little FU. Take that, Bergen. Take that, Bergen. A little third degree burn. There you go.
Yeah, guys, if you don't know, oh wow, that actually made him come down like immediately. Oh,
Oh,
I didn't know.
Look at that. See, we learn something new every
I
time.
learn something new every freaking day.
So, I don't know if people realize this. There's a line I recorded for this fight that I've never heard in the game. If you deal him enough damage without the crate here, Leon literally has to tell you like, bullets aren't working on this guy. I gotta figure out something else or something like that. I've never heard it because you need to like really mess him up, and then I don't think you can get past this fight without the crate.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you have to hit him off.
Yeah, so it's like X. You can put him down as many times as you want and go through your inventory. It's not gonna do shit.
I didn't know he was gonna go down that fast.
Now I got you.
See what happens.
Can you keep him down with the fire?
I really hope so, because I don't want him to.
I think you're good. Oh, well, now you know.
Now I know. Now I know.
Boy.
Wow,
You did not.
interesting.
You did not.
Guys,
do that.
I am a little rusty at this game.
Interesting.
Yeah.
See, I'm learning stuff. You're learning
We're
some
all
stuff.
learning.
We're all learning some
Great.
stuff. It's like we're in class.
Yeah.
We're in Resident Evil class. 101. Welcome.
Resident Evil is just about learning valuable life lessons. By the way, I love this cutscene coming up. We haven't had a
Great.
cutscene
How
in
to
a
survive
while.
Oh, this is a cute one. This is cute.
This is super cute.
Ada! Ada, where are you?
Over here!
Honey? Oh, that's her. Maybe I can kiss her now. Just looking for the right moment.
Stuart, I can't walk like this.
I know what I'll do. I'll rip the thing out and I'll kiss her boo boo. That's all good, like, hey.
Oh, please suck my butt! I will suck you butt.
Oh my god, Leon. Oh my god, it's perfect. It's so perfect.
Here it is. The embrace. This is like.
That was loud, but I confess. If I couldn't swim, I'd take 5 seconds. For this,
god, Leon, you're so cool. I love you.
Trying to be smooth, trying to be.
He has his moments for sure.
See, right there, like that. A lot of that was improv.
Oh really?
Like the yes ma'am, yes ma'am. That was my line. They wanted this to be really organic. And I think I can fit it in my schedule. I think I improv that. We record the scene as written. We see how it feels. We see how everybody feels about it. The actors, the producers, the director. And if it feels a little clunky, or something's a little off, or doesn't flow right, we work through it. And we're like, all right, that last line, like, what would you say in this scenario? And we come up with lines, and we'll try it out. And if it feels right, they're like, all right, yeah, it felt natural. Yeah, let's do it. That's how it kind of works. Like, it's a very collaborative effort. That's what I like about it.
It's so great to hear that. Just because, like, you hear stories from some older games, and it's like no freedom at all for the actors. Like, everyone's like super separated. It's just really cool how games are made nowadays, where it's just like this huge collaborative process.
Exactly, and that's because a lot of the older games, the scripts were written by Japanese people who spoke English. And that's why if you listen to some of the dialogue in some of the older Resident Evil games, some of the wording that the characters would use is just a little like, that's not the way Americans would speak.
Yeah.
Like, technically it's a correct sentence and like it makes sense, but they use words that in translation they get lost. And
Yeah.
and so that's why this script was written by an American scriptwriter, and everything, like, Capcom had the final say on everything. It was very Americanized.
Yeah, totally. That's how you end up with lines like, Rebecca, use your better judgment, and it's like,
Yeah,
how do you say
there's
that exactly?
there are some lines where you're like, that was not written.
Yeah.
No.
One of my favorite ones is in RE1 when Jill's like, when Barry's like, do you think we can see Tyrant now? And then Jill's like, Barry, you're so optimistic. It's like, what are you people even talking about? Like what is this?
Exactly. Yeah.
Alright, here comes another pretty big scene.
This scene right here is my friends are like,
I think they got it.
Favorite one.
Yeah.
What I was thinking, I can't wait for the FBI to raid Umbrella headquarters and take those bastards to justice.
I agree. But to be clear, you're not working in official capacity. This is a federal case. Once we get the chief on us, I'm back on my own. Leon, trust me.
Trust me?
So hurt.
Right.
The shape keeps coming in. Like, that was improv, that little moment right there.
Oh wow.
No, please, I know. Don't worry.
I'm gonna finish this case.
I'm playing your ass hard. Oh, there it is.
There it is. You finally got it.
Yes, it. Now he would walk through fire. Oh, that's not it. Oh, the hand.
Oh my god.
You know he's about to implode. Under the spell. I'm coming back for more, baby. So we had to film that scene 2 different times. One was with the head camera on and the helmet, and when we went in for the kiss, we just had to kind of offset our heads, because obviously we can't kiss with the camera right in front of us, all that gear. So we offset the heads and kissed the air, went through the emotion of it, and then the second time we filmed the scene, we took our head cams off and we actually kissed, and then they stitched together those 2 performances.
That's
Yes,
so bizarre.
That was an actual kiss, yes.
yeah, I was totally gonna ask about that because that's interesting. Because like
Yes.
you have those gigantic bulky head cameras on, and it's like how the hell was that even possible? Like how'd you even do that? And it turns
That's how
out
they
like
do it.
you have to
That's how
stitch
they
it
do
all
it.
together through like
Yep.
multiple
And,
takes.
and yes, Baka Joe Zero, that was Leon's first kiss ever.
Nick
and it was
has
beautiful.
the secret lore.
Secret lore. It's his first and last kiss ever.
Never kissed anyone
He
after
is
this.
pure. He is pure.
Oh my god, Nick, I should show you something interesting.
What? Show me. Show
Oh,
me.
man, I don't know if I could talk about it though. I've brought it up very quick. Okay. I'll show all of you guys, but I'm not gonna explain anything. When we get to it. Anyway.
What are you gonna say? Like you're in this game or something?
Maybe.
Really?
We'll see.
Are you gonna kill yourself?
No. I'm not at that level.
Oh, yeah, I would love to do that. I would love to be a zombie in one of these games. Actually, like I said, I wanted my little brother to be a zombie, so I could kill him every time. That would be so special.
Oh my god. So I could kill him every time.
Oh yeah. I'd pick him apart too. Like I would waste so much ammo on him.
Oh
I'd take his arms off, and then when he was like bobbing around as a limbless zombie, then I would just probably cut his head off. That would be like something that like I cannot beat the game ever without doing. This chat got very dark very quick.
Very, very dark.
It's a dark game. Welcome.
It's very dark, yeah, totally. People were upset that the giant moth wasn't in this game, but look at all these moths that they put in the game. Come on, guys.
Yeah, little baby ones.
Little baby one right there. Oh my god, we're so close to the end of this game. I'm so excited. Yeah, some really cool stuff happens.
Oh, and by the way, for everyone who maybe misunderstood that, I love my brother to death. I just think it would be so funny to dismember him in this game. He's one of my best friends in the world. This is a great redesign of this whole area. Like, look at that. Look at how atmospheric that is. And the ivies are great.
I know, and like, you come in here the first time and you have no idea. It's just like, oh, that's just a zombie. And then you walk 10 more feet and you get the newly redesigned ivies.
I mean, they're hideous. Like,
Yeah.
just awesome.
And the music that plays, like the little atmospheric track that plays is so good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we have to.
They
can't
did.
take any
This
chances
game
with this
is
ever.
awesome. Yeah, was it Trimmy 10? Yeah, film and TV industry is completely shot right now. I've been grounded. Like I travel much of my life on a building documentary show right now. I've seen the whole globe in the past like 18 months, and I've been on 96 flights in the past year of my life, and all of that is just done. We are
96.
96 flights in 1 year.
Oh my god.
Oh no! Oh shit!
That was the real survival horror right there. Oh my god.
Oh my god, I just had it right there.
But a lot of my friends are. It's awesome. Film and TV industry is completely shot right now. I've been grounded. Like I travel much of my life on a building documentary show right now. I've seen the whole globe in the past like 18 months, and I've been on 96 flights in the past year of my life, and all of that is just done. We are
96.
96 flights in 1 year.
Oh my god.
Oh no! Oh shit!
That was the real survival horror right there. Oh my god.
Oh my god, I just had it right there.
But a lot of my friends are 96 flights in the past year of my life, and all of that is just done. We are
96.
96 flights in 1 year.
Oh my god.
Oh no! Oh shit!
That was the real survival horror right there. Oh my god.
Oh my god, I just had it right there.
But a lot of my friends are in tight spots right now, so we're hoping that everyone's safe, and we get back to normalcy, and we beat the hell out of this outbreak.
Yes.
This C virus, as we call it.
Low key, Nick sounds like Susie's brother right now. Oh my god.
Well, that's cool.
Like,
Me? How do you know I'm
my brother's Leon.
not? Maybe we'll never tell.
Yeah, everything is just been sent into disarray right
family or friends, you know, call that friend you haven't talked to in a year. Call them.
Yeah.
See what's up. See how they're doing. I mean, look on the other bright side. Like, I've been able to connect with the Resident Evil community a lot lately. Been doing like live Instagram chats. I'll probably be doing some like AMAs. Definitely more random Instagram live stuff. I'll take some questions, hang out with you guys. I'm doing more appearances within the community, like different outlets and podcasts, channels and everything. So it's, you know, take advantage of whatever you can. Look at the bright side.
Jill is her hero, Leon is her roadrunner. Yes, yes, for sure. Jill and Leon are my favorites, so there you go.
I can't wait to play as Jill.
Dude, Jill in this game, in that game is perfect. Like,
I can't wait.
like people, yeah. People have problems with like, you know, game structure and all that kind of, you know, whatever. The one thing
I don't even
everyone
know
is
if it's
agreeing
me.
on is that like the characters are just perfect, and like Jill was done so much justice. Like especially like when you see some of her previous entries, like in side games and stuff, where like there wasn't that much thought put into her character. There is a very strong personality behind this woman in this game, and I think you're gonna love it. She's so cool.
I can't wait.
Yeah. And I just hope that they bring Nicole back for more games because she is so cool.
Let's hope so. We're really, really anticipating their fight with G3 and then X.
G3 I think is gonna be a little rough, but super tyrant on the
I have faith in you. I have a lot of faith in you. Seeing the way that you play, it's different from what I'm used to, but you handle yourself very well. Actually, speaking of turtles,
ready for something?
let's see this. Let's see. It's a little small. I know what this. It says Susie.
You remember Susie, the cheerleader? What a great gal. We were both into her. Of course, she wasn't into nerds. I will not say anything.
Oh, I have some ideas.
I love how they remade this in animation.
Will she
Exactly
suck
like
my...
the original game?
Great Jurassic Park.
Yes,
Ah!
totally.
she's a fucking whore, man.
It's really interesting
Whatever.
when you look back at the classic games, like when those games were coming out.
Yeah, it's like what they were inspired by.
Yeah,
I don't know
and,
why
like,
you're
the
so
Zerando
mad,
Time
huh?
Crisis
You know,
came out
Yeah.
around that time, and
Mhm.
half of the reason
I don't know why you're
that
so
those
mad.
creators, you know, cashed in
It's just
on
justice
Jurassic
being
Park's
made,
success,
alright? So...
but they ended up
Exactly.
just making a really good game, you know, and
Mhm.
everyone wants a remake. I hope it happens, you know.
Yeah. This is like Christmas morning for me, just being here, shooting the shit with you guys, hanging out, and reliving some of this and learning some new tactics.
I know, I'm learning stuff too from you, which is awesome. Oh yeah, totally. Dinner looming. They definitely have that plant zombie aesthetic from Outbreak. I didn't even think of that, but now this is what I'm gonna think about every time. Oh, SS. Yeah, there you go.
So Mega Kid 51, we the voice cast, we are the facial actors for these characters, which is not the face models. And no, I haven't had a chance to meet them yet.
Oh, the face models.
Yeah, but we did the facial expressions. Oh, here we go. I'm excited.
I definitely wanted to talk about that a little bit because it's something that happens in these RE engine games a lot. Is you have like you guys doing the facial performance capture, but in game it's not exactly your face. It's another person's face. So it's sort of like you guys are wearing a mask of their face, and you get these moments where. Like, there are certain shots in this game where Leon just looks a lot like you. And you see that all the time with these games. Like, whenever Dante is, like, just standing still in the gameplay, it's the face model. talking, and he looks a lot like Ruben, and you're like, oh shit. So it
yes.
sort of like morphs and creates this new face, and I really like that.
So what they do is it helps to cast people, cast actors who have a similar facial structure to their idea of the character, and then they find the face model after the fact. It's because certain people with different shaped faces, when you make a facial expression, whether it's like a grimace of the face or a smile, the expressions register different on certain faces. And so if they cast someone who looks like the character, has a similar face, the expressions transfer on more of like a 1-to-1 ratio. You don't lose a lot of that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. The structure has to be there, for sure.
Has to be there, has to be similar.
Yeah.
Yes, we were given prop weapons
And
during the mocap shooting.
This is TJ, right?
This is the scene I filmed with TJ, yes.
Awesome.
And Karen was there as well. So funny film. Like I said, TJ was so intense.
Yeah.
That was a line from the trailer.
Yeah.
Loved it. Oh, this scene is so cool. Oh yeah.
Yeah, like
Do
even,
it, Birkin.
even in this
Do
scene,
it.
you could totally tell that it's TJ with his face,
Yes.
his face shape.
Yeah.
What have you done?
Uh-oh.
Whatever.
Oh.
Oh boy. How's your back? This is so fun when I had to throw myself over the railing.
I love how when you play Claire in this fight, like she just is so fed up with him. She's just like
Yeah.
she just jumps in herself.
Yeah, yeah. Alright, fuck him up, Susie, fuck him up. Oh, there it is.
Just immediately.